And hi, Callum. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. How are you feeling, first of all, personally?
Yeah, good. It's been a good couple of weeks. Good results, good performances. So, when you're in a good moment, you just want to keep going. You just want the games to keep coming around, and atmosphere's good around the place. So, we're happy to keep working and keep trying to get better, and obviously looking forward to the game tomorrow.
The manager has been very firm on the fact that you can't get carried away, and he's got no doubt that any of you will get carried away. Is it very much still for you just one game at a time and not paying attention to what's going on elsewhere?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's been a sort of mantra the whole season. We're looking in house. We want to get better and develop every time we go into the pitch, whether that be in training or a match day situation. So, it's exactly the same. The manager's been over the review for the games and what we've done well, what we can do better, and like I said, he's always challenging us to be better and play even more football. So again, that's just the message for us. We just keep going one game at a time, one day at a time, and always trying to improve.
Callum, I spoke to the manager pre-match at Celtic Park, the Old Firm game, and I asked him what the new players, what the atmosphere was like in the dressing room. And he said, I tend not to go in there pre-match. We were discussing the programme, and some of the guys saying they were quite surprised at that. And he was saying he leaves it down to the players. And I spoke to Matt O'Reilly post-match, and he talked about the influence guys like yourself have in that dressing room. Can you talk to us about that responsibility, about particularly new players coming to the club and telling them what that club is all about and what the expectations are at Celtic Football Club?
Yeah, like you said, when new guys come in, they come into the team, then it's a huge football club, and with huge expectations. And firstly, the guys that have come in have done unbelievably well to settle in and be part of the group and performing at a very high standard so far. So credit's got to go to them as well. But all we do is just give them a little bit of history, just let them know what's expected in terms of atmosphere and, like you said, expectation. And all we can do is just sort of guide them in the right direction to see what's coming and what's coming next. And so, it's then down to them. They've got to perform and take that expectation on their shoulders as well, which, a lot of them have. They've done really, really well. A lot of them in their sort of first season here, have hit some really good heights so far. So, it's just about us continuing to work hard, stay humble. We know we've still got a lot of growth left in us as a team and as a squad. So, that'll be the message. Like you said, whether it's from the gaffer or for the experienced boys, we just keep pushing everybody on to get even better.
Hi, Cal. I know the club had released a short statement on Friday just on comments made about Chris Boyd, talking about your facial injury and your mask. I was just wondering what your sort of view of that was, what your response would be to those comments.
Yeah, well, listen, obviously when you first see the comments, it doesn't make great reading. So, firstly that's, that it doesn't look good in that sense. But, obviously it's been sort of rectified since then, and we've had a chat as well, so it's put to bed now. It's absolutely fine. We just move on. I think he recognises it was a poor choice of words in the beginning, and for me then that's it. We've had a chat, we move on, and it's cool.
Is that it? Did he reach out to you? Did you reach out to him to have a talk about it?
Yeah, just they reached out. Like I said, it was he recognised it was a poor choice of words. Like I said, we sort of move on for it. We just want to concentrate on the football.
Yeah, I'm just on that subject. Are you getting used to the mask now? Is it you feeling all right when you're playing with it?
Yeah, it's getting better. Every game. It's not too restrictive in that sense. In terms of vision and everything else. So, like you said, it's just more sort of getting comfortable and getting used to it. While I still need it.
Obviously, going to Aberdeen, it was earlier on this season. You went there and won for the first time in a long time. If you can contrast that kind of run to the way you played at Fir Park on Saturday, it's a huge turnaround in your away form. What's been the key to that, you think?
I think just the more that we've got the team together, training, the manager's putting his ideas across. We've still had a lot of new players sort of joining us since then as well, and like I say, just giving everybody the time to sort of bed in and understand what the manager wants us to do, and then you got the players to sort of gel together as well and understand each other's game. Like you said, I think that was a big win for us back then. It just kind of settled everything down and then you realise that you can go to these places and play your football and still get results as well, which is always the most important thing as well.
Hi Callum, by the looks of things this might go right down to the wire. Is that something that you players relish, the kind of pressure of that?
Yeah, absolutely. As football players you want to be challenged all the time. That's no different. We're always challenged in here, every day, either, whether it be for your position or what the manager's asking you to do. Then, I think football players perform best when they've got pressure on them and pressure on their shoulders. So, it's certainly something that we won't shy away from, and, we seem to be dealing with it pretty well. So we just keep doing that. We keep our heads down, keep working hard and keep trying to improve.
On the Chris Boyd comments, were you taken back when you read what you read, and has there been an apology?
No, like I said, just touched on it there. When you read it first, it doesn't make great reading, and I think everybody could see that. So, understandably, you look at the comments, you think that's not great. But since then he's sort of reached out for a chat about it, and we move on. So that'll obviously stay between me and him. But we just move on. We want to concentrate on the football. He's realised it was a poor choice of words in that sense, and we put it to bed now.
Just on tomorrow night's game, is it as much about sort of dealing with the conditions when you get up to Pittodrie? Because I imagine the winds will be whipping up tomorrow night as well. Yeah,
it's always a tough venue to go. Like you said, next to the sea, it's always a bit windy, a bit rainy as well. So, like you said, we got to handle everything that's thrown at us in terms of a team and the challenge that we're going to face. So, like you said, we just go there. We try and play our football, try and impose our style on the game. Obviously, we've got to look after their threats as well. And like you said, at the end of the night, we wanted the 3 points and come back down the road happy.
There's been a lot made, obviously, about the impact these new signs have had, on the pitch in terms of performances. But have they also sort of raised the standards even further in training as well? Absolutely.
That's what the gaffer's, his plan was when he first came in. He wanted a really competitive group, competitive for positions and the training levels to be really high, and that's exactly what's happened. So, we've got a really strong squad now. Everybody sort of vying for positions, vying for places in the bench. It's a really healthy group of guys as well. Really want to work hard and play for the team. So it's leaving us in a good position, and obviously then the manager's got decisions to make from there. But I'm sure he'll be sort of happy with that problem.
Aye, Callum. Obviously, it's good to see you back in the side a lot earlier than some of us thought you would be. You've played probably more games than any player, certainly in the UK, in the last couple of years. Has the manager talked about rotating you as the season goes on?
No, he's not. We always have conversations anyway, just in general, how you're feeling, how things are going. So, I've always said as long as I'm fit and healthy, then I want to play as many games as possible. And, my first aim is always to help the team. How can I help the team? And I give everything to do that, whether that be on the pitch or off the pitch, to try and look after my body to then give myself the best chance of playing. So, we've not had any conversations of that type, but I'm sure as the season go on, then he'll manage it appropriately, with my input as well. So we just for me, as much as I'm available, then I want to play.